Asia was right. Asia was right. Winning isn't for everyone. Winning is not for everyone. Look. If we can't laugh about this, if we can't meme this, then I'm sorry. Everything we know about sports is off the dam.
Let's be real for a second. If any other player dropped a promo like Aja's and then lost, they'd be memed into oblivion. But Wilson, the reaction's different. Why do you think that is? Is there a double standard in how we treat WNBA stars? So here's the deal. Aja Wilson, the Aces superstar, just dropped this promo campaign saying winning isn't for everyone. Pretty bold, right? It sounded like she was ready to take on the world, but then, plot twist. The Aces lost to the Liberty, and suddenly they're on a losing streak.
About Asia Wilson. Her team is the 4th seed. Teams that goes to the 4th seed and they lose. Obviously, this is a completely memeable offense, but the winning isn't for everybody. And then they go and it's the first time they lose.
That's not how it was supposed to go down. You know what's crazy? This promo totally backfired. It's like Aja set herself up and now everyone's watching to see what happens next.
I'm sorry, and people are like, oh, why don't you say this about other players? Because they didn't have a winning isn't for everyone commercial. I'm sorry. Obviously, like, is Aja Wilson one of the best players ever? Did she have a great regular season? Yeah. They went into the 4th quarter. Like, they lost it by 12. And that's they were down 2 going into the 4th quarter.
What does this mean for her and the team? Are they gonna bounce back? Or is this the start of something bigger? Let's dive in and find out. Remember when the Aces seemed unstoppable? Well, that fairy tale just hit a major plot twist. Their recent losses aren't just a bump in the road, they're exposing some serious cracks in the foundation. You won't believe this, but the Aces lost as many games in a few weeks as they did all last season. That's insane, right? What happened to the team that was crushing it left and right? Let's talk about that game against the Liberty. It was like watching a completely different team out there. Aja Wilson, usually the star of the show, just couldn't get it going.
You might be saying, oh, but like, she had 19 and 10. She had 2 points in the 4th quarter and shot the ball twice. They were down 2. She shot the ball twice. It was literally, Kelsey, go take us home.
She scored 21 points, which sounds okay, but here's the kicker. Only 2 of those came in the 4th quarter. That's when you need your superstar to shine, and Aja just didn't. Now compare that to what Jonquel Jones did for the Liberty. This woman was on fire. She dropped a career-high 34 points. It's like she stole Aja's mojo or something. While Aja was struggling, Jonquel was out there making it rain. But here's where it gets real. After the game, Aja said something that'll break your heart. She was like, I love my teammates so much that I will take any hit for them. Good, bad, ugly. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to be the best. Can you feel the pressure she's putting on herself? It's like she's carrying the weight of the whole team on her shoulders. And it's not just Aja feeling the heat. The whole team is struggling. Coach Becky Hammond didn't sugarcoat it. She straight up said, we're not a good team because we have zero consistency. Ouch, that's gotta hurt coming from your coach. You know what's even crazier? Aja had an emotional breakdown after the game. She said, it starts with me, and it's going to always be with me because I have 11 other women in that locker room that I need to pull greatness out of. That's some heavy stuff. Like, it's like she's taking responsibility for the entire team's performance. So what's going on with the Aces? Is it just a rough patch or is there something deeper happening? Are they cracking under the pressure of being champions? Or is this just a wake-up call they needed to get back on track? As if the Aces' struggles weren't enough, Aja Wilson's promo campaign just added fuel to the fire. But here's the kicker, the social media reaction isn't what you'd expect. It's sparking a debate that could change how we view confidence in sports forever.
If LeBron did this after 2016 or after 2020 or at any stage, if LeBron came out and did this after 2016, but like, I'm sorry, if anyone else's face was on here and they lost, it would be memed.
Think about it. If LeBron or Steph dropped a promo like Aja's and then lost, Twitter would be on fire. Memes would be flying left and right. But with Aja, it's like everyone's walking on eggshells. Why is that? Social media's reaction to Aja's promo after the loss is weird.
I'm not gonna do it because I know the actual media is walking on eggshells. No one thinks Aja Wilson's a bad basketball player. Heck, the majority think Aja Wilson's the best player in the world. They're afraid to criticize WNBA players, they're afraid to meme WNBA players.
It's almost like people are afraid to call her out. You've got fans defending her, saying stuff like, she's still one of the best in the league. But where's the heat? Where are the tough questions? This whole situation is exposing a crazy double standard in how we treat WNBA players compared to NBA stars. It's like there's this unwritten rule that we can't criticize women's basketball players the same way we do men. But why? Aren't we supposed to be treating them equally? You know what's even crazier? Some fans and media are giving Aja a pass for her performance. It's like her previous achievements are shielding her from criticism. People are quick to bring up her past successes, her MVP awards, her championship ring, but shouldn't we be focusing on the now? This brings up a big question. How do we judge athletes' confidence versus their performance? Aja came out swinging with that "winning isn't for everyone" promo. It was bold, it was confident, but when the performance doesn't match up, what then? It's not just about Aja. This is bigger than one player or one team. It's about how we talk about sports, how we judge athletes, and whether we're really giving women's sports the respect it deserves. Are we doing these athletes a disservice by not holding them to the same standards as men? Think about it. When a male athlete brags and then fails to deliver, we're all over them. But with Aja, it's like we're tiptoeing around the issue. Is this really equality, or are we just paying lip service to the idea of treating women's sports seriously? This whole situation is forcing us to take a hard look at our own biases. Are we really as progressive as we think when it comes to women's sports? Or are we still stuck in old ways of thinking, treating female athletes with kid gloves? Now let's flip the script. Aja Wilson's not just facing opponents on the court anymore. She's battling inconsistency, criticism, and self-doubt. Think leading a championship team is hard. Try leading one that's falling apart. Aja's in a tough spot. She's always been the team's superstar, but now she's gotta be their rock too. And let me tell you, that's no easy task. Imagine trying to pump up your teammates when you're feeling down yourself. It's like trying to light a fire with wet matches. You know what's wild? Aja's not backing down from this challenge. She's taking it head on. She straight up said, "It starts with me, and it's going to always be with me." That's some serious leadership right there. But here's the thing, how do you lead when you're the one under fire? It's not just about Aja though, the whole team's struggling. Coach Becky Hammond didn't sugarcoat it. She said, "We're not a good team because we have zero consistency." Ouch, that's gotta sting, but you know what? Sometimes you need to hear the hard truth to get better. Aja's not just talking the talk, she's walking the walk. She's determined to pull greatness out of her teammates. That's a heavy load to carry. It's like she's trying to be the team's superhero, their coach, and their cheerleader all at once. Can one player really do all that? Here's where it gets interesting. Aja opened up about how tough it is to be a leader right now. She said, "It's hard as it's because there's tons of people that want to break you down. Great teams in this league that are going to try to come after you every single night." Can you feel the pressure she's under? It's like she's got a target on her back and everyone's taking aim. But here's the thing about Aja, she's not giving up. She's ready to face this challenge head on. The Aces have got a game coming up against the Seattle Storm, and you better believe Aja's seeing this as her chance to turn things around. So what's it gonna take for Aja to lead the Aces out of this slump? Can she find that consistency Coach Hammond's looking for, or is this gonna be the challenge that finally breaks her? All right, let's wrap this up. Aja Wilson's promo might have backfired, but that doesn't erase her talent or leadership. One bad streak doesn't define a champion. Remember when she said, "It is hard to say..." That's real talk. She's not hiding from the pressure. But here's the thing, Aja's not giving up. She's taking the hits and still trying to pull greatness out of her team. That's what a true MVP does. It's not just about the good times, it's about how you handle the tough ones. So what do you think? Should we judge Aja and the Aces on this rough patch, or look at their whole journey? How do you think they'll bounce back? This isn't just about basketball, it's about resilience, leadership, and the pressure of being on top. What's your take?